Another former law officer, the former Solicitor General of this country, Gopal Subramanium, who actually resigned in 2011, has today gone public in an interview with NDTV. Speaking to me earlier today, he spoke about how he had to fend off political pressure while being a law officer with the UPA government. In 2011, you resign as Solicitor General. The media reports that you have resigned because the government, and in this case the telecom minister, has chosen to hire a private lawyer. That lawyer then goes on to actually become Solicitor General, but at that moment, Rohinthan Nariman is brought in as a counsel in the 2G case. You say later that this is unfair and you resign. What has never been said by you or elaborated upon is the following. Was this the only reason? Was there a build-up to it? Was there political pressure being sought to be exerted on you? Who did you clash with in the government? Was it with other law officers? Was it with the political executive? Why did you actually resign, Mr. Subramaniam?
Well, I think I have to go public and say what I think is the truth. The mismatch. The mismatch between what I perceived to be the role of a law officer and what government thought was the role of a law officer, which means toe the line, be in the system, be almost like a pliant civil servant.
Who asked you to toe the line? The law minister?
Numerous instances. I think it's more than one, but I withstood pressure. I withstood pressure, not on one occasion, so many occasions.
Can you share an instance?
Let's take an example that there was the question of banning the sale of gutka in plastic sachets because it was harmful to health. I had material, I had scientific material that it causes oral cancer, and I produced it as Solicitor General in court, and a ban order was passed. And I know many people in government did not like it. Many people in government thought that this Solicitor General was actually overstepping himself, but it's not that at all.
It was often said about you in the press that you exceeded your brief, that the government felt that you exceeded your brief.
That's because of the fact that the government thinks that a Solicitor General or an Attorney General is a mouthpiece of the government. He's not. An Attorney General or a Solicitor General is meant to promote the rule of law. He, of course, will take into account the views of the government, but he has to do what is right. He is actually the conscience keeper of the government.
Where did the pressure to toe the line come from, if it wasn't the law minister?
It can come from various quarters. It can come from various quarters. It can come from the strangest of places.
You're being cryptic.
I'm not being cryptic. It will not be. I can only say this, that look, there's no person who could tell you as much as I could to say that in the 2 years as Solicitor General, I did undergo, I was sought to be placed under pressure on more than one occasion. The fact that I was...
Political pressure or pressure from your colleagues?
Political pressure in some cases. And now, for instance, a case relating to gas dispute between the two brothers. I just walked my own way, what I thought was right. I didn't take instructions because I only wanted to view it from the point of public interest. I was not concerned with the fortunes of anyone, any individual or family. No, I was concerned as a protector of public interest. Was there going to be a fallout in the case which could jeopardize government of public revenues? And that's what weighed with me. And that's what actually led to my own independent position.
What would you do if you were Attorney General today?
Let me put it like this, Bakka. I don't know what happened to the Attorney General. What was it that he perceived his situation to be? I don't have the benefit of his version. And I think, again, because the office is so important, and it's not that Mr. Vahanvati and I did not discuss about the traditions of the office, But I must tell you that both he and I did have a little disagreement on one or two aspects. One is, I felt this 2 arms length was necessary.
And clearly you're saying he did not.
He was, again, genuinely, I think genuinely, more accommodative. I would put it that way. He was genuinely, he thought that perhaps Gopal is being, more fussy, but that's a perception.